Bam. Late adopter. Yes, I do. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily every day, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin. And right now, we're going a little bit down. By the way, guys, no, I did not oversleep. I'm actually sitting in a meeting, digital meeting right now. So right now I have them muted. I don't have it muted me. It's on the screen here. So I'm gonna do the meeting as well as the live stream. So I do hope you appreciate that. But if I just go like, AFK on the screen, you know why. How's everybody doing in the chat? Martin RGL, Martin H. Salim, who more? Batch is here as well. Ricard, nice. Okay, let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. By the way, guys, let's see Bitcoin. By the way, I need to vote on something up here. Just a second. Nope, not yet. Okay, let's move on. Meeting with the moon. Nice Shiba pump, easy money. Yeah, it's 6%. Yeah, Shiba is the only thing that's up right now. The Shiba is doing actually nice because it broke the downtrend. You can see here, the downtrend is broken right now, so looks nice. So, how was your sleep? Meh. So what's happening with Bitcoin, guys? Bitcoin is actually falling out of this triangle that we had up here. I don't know why, but it's falling down. Also, the markets are right now, the futures market. This is Dow Jones. So the Dow is continuing on the downside, and this is S&P 500. You can see it's continuing to the downside. If you go to the daily time frame, it looks something like this, which is actually quite bad. This is actually quite bad move. We are not expecting any kind of straight dump towards downside, but this is a drop down. Yesterday we had a pullback towards the upside. Right now going down again. This is S&P 500 futures, so we already know that the markets are going to open on the downside. We can also see Dow Jones doing the exact same thing. Went big time down, a little bit up, and right now down below the levels. Maybe it's going down to 200 moving average down here, as gets consolidation here, and maybe bounce towards the upside. But right now the markets are definitely down. Let's go to this chart up here, and up here, and go to the this chart up here. Let's just see how the markets are open right now. So you can see here in Asia, in Japan and China, down 1.5%, Russia down 0.5. So all the big markets up here are down right now, and the futures markets are also have opened on the downside. So that today stock markets are definitely going towards the downside. Bitcoin, man, what's happening? This is obviously affecting Bitcoin as well. Let's go a little bit into the charts up here and just remove the little bit moving averages up here. And you can see this triangle up here. I mean, we think it was a triangle. Maybe drew the triangle wrongly. Maybe it should be something like this up here. And if you draw it like that, we are still in triangle, still hopium, right? Still hopium. We like that, but we drew it, like this, and then, right now we are correcting the triangle. Maybe it's a little bit different triangle, right? Maybe it's a little bit different triangle. Some kind of sport, some kind of hopium right there. Let's go to the daily time frame, see if we can actually draw a better triangle. You know what? Let's just remove all the lines and see down here. This actually getting broken, but it's on daily time frame. I think the meeting is done. Just give me a second, so I can relax. I can relax. Okay, that's that. That's the meeting. I think that's the meeting. I can relax. I can chill. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's talk more Bitcoin, guys. These digital meetings, man, nobody knows what's gonna do. Hey, where am I gonna press the button? Is it on the left side, is it on the right side? I don't know where, man. Where is the button? I cannot log in. Why is my phone number not up there? You know, digital universe, man. And you know, it says like click on the button, but there is no buttons. It's only text like you know, for and against, but it's text. It doesn't look like a button or anything like that. And when you click on that, nothing actually happens. So you don't know actually if you bought it or not, you know, so everybody's confused. What do you think of the sending channel Mooncar just posted? I don't know what he posted. The sending channel. It looks more like expanding wedge up here to me. You know, it looks more like expanding wedge on the downside, you know, so we are looking definitely towards some kind of upside. But what kind of, let's see here. YouTube, the moon. What kind of wedge did he talk about? I have shocking news. Here's shocking news. I have shocking news about crypto bull run. Bitcoin gains ahead. Let me just find the. Should probably be here somewhere at the end. No, it's not. It's in the start. I don't think it's channel. I think it's expanding wedge down here. So if you go and zoom in a little bit up here on the chart, now this line up here is definitely legit up here. So we know that. Now it only kind of depends on this part down here, like you know, if this is some kind of expanding wedge. But I don't see it as expanding wedge. I actually see it more something like this. More like some kind of triangle happening, more some kind of triangle. Maybe it's this kind of triangle as well, you know, because I mean, we had, you know, we take all kinds of what are you gonna say, all kinds of hopium. So, you know, we always move the lines wherever the lines are needed, exactly as predicted. Hello, hi Ryan, how you doing? Captain is in the chat. Hi Captain, oh my Captain. What do you think of the sending channel? Yeah, just heard that Moderna was seeing is less effective on upcoming. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I think, you know, on Friday it was overreaction. So on Monday, you know, markets pulled back a little bit, but you know, the markets are definitely in some kind of downtrend. Not just because of this, you know, but you can see that S&P 500, you know, it was in this rising wedge up here, all the way to the top up here, broke on the downside. This was actually the top, and right now we are gonna get you know, the big financial crisis that's coming, you know. So this right over here right now is the start of the financial crisis. I don't see this going higher anymore. I mean, it can do another try up here, maybe it's some kind of 500, maybe it can do, maybe, like, that's like, it's a maybe. But if it fails to get back above these lines up here again, you know, it's downward pressure. Now the downward pressure, once we break some kind of 4,300 down here on the S&P 500, this is gonna start dropping big time. So, you know, that's gonna be very, very bad if it does this move towards downside. Now, how long this part towards downside is gonna take, that's the question. Are we gonna go really fast, really fast downside, or are we gonna go slowly, or really slowly until like the end of the next year and then dump to the downside? Like, nobody knows how fast the dump is gonna happen, but I think we are at some kind of top here on when it comes to, you know, financial markets, stuff like that. Dollar, you can see here that right now the dollar index is going towards downside, exactly as predicted, because, you know, this inverse head and shoulders down here is playing out. It played out exactly almost on the dollar. It's not almost. First we had this 47.4 target up here, but then we adjusted that to 96.7, and it hit 96.7. Big, you know, star dodge it up here. Right now going towards downside. It needs to go a little bit towards downside because, you know, it needs to get back inside this moving averages, and then it needs to climb, you know, and go up above the 97 line and so forth. This is a big resistance line, so it's gonna take. You cannot just go up to it. So I think it's gonna go down, up here, down, you know, and then break it on the upside. So it can take it can take a while, maybe 6 months, maybe more. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but definitely right now going towards downside. Now if it does go to downside, you know, Bitcoin should have you know, a little bit help when it comes to dollar currency index, because these are inversely correlated. So when this goes towards the upside, Bitcoin goes down, and when of course this goes towards downside, Bitcoin should go technically, or from what we've been seeing, towards the upside. So you know, that's that, you know. But right now we are not seeing any kind of any kind of big upward movements. Right now Bitcoin is sitting at 2% down. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Let's just remove these lines and just talk about moving averages and how this is actually working out. So on the daily time frame, what you're gonna see here is that 2 days ago we managed to get above the 10 moving average. Yesterday we closed all the way up here above the 10 moving average, which is a very good move. So we didn't do something like this you know, right down again. So we managed to hold the bullishness above the 10 moving average for the day, and right now we are below the 10 moving average. So you know, if we close below it, it's gonna be bad, but if we can manage to close above the 10 moving average today, that's gonna be around 57,000 give or take. If you manage to pull back a little bit today and close it above certain, you know, above the 10 moving average for the second day closing, that's gonna be nice. And then it's but eventually you will need a big pump. You will need a big pump, because just standing here in this range, it doesn't show bullishness. You need to move towards the upside to show bullishness. Right now there is not that much bullishness going on. So we'll see how this actually works out. We'll see how it actually works out. So we need to get back, you know, back above the 10 moving average. Where is the 10 moving average right now? It's around somewhere. Right now it's sitting up here, but you know, it can, if you move a little bit, like, it's going to be a little bit higher. 96, let's say 97,000, just to have a nice round number. Here around 97,000. We need to get back above 57,000, you know, for the day to be bullish. Monthly close at 57.8 would be nice. Yeah, that would be very nice. Work hard. Monthly close also. Is today monthly close? Yeah, actually today is a very important day. Today is this monthly close. So what we want to do, preferably, now we got two levels that we would like to you know, get above. First level is up here above 58.7. 58.7, give or take. Let's just do it like this. We want to get above 58.789. This on Bitstamp, so you know, it's a little bit different on Binance or whatever. We don't do gaps here, man. We are done with the CME gaps. We don't care about CME gaps. So you know, this candle closing above the support line up here on the weekly time frame would be very nice. That's around 58.7. So today we need to pump, and we need to pump something like 3.83% from where we are right now. That will get us for the day up. How much is that? You know, for the on a daily. On a daily, that means that we have to end above 1.73% in green today. We have to end like 1-2-3%, like 2% up in green today. That's what we need to do today to have this weekly close above the support line on the weekly time frame. Now it's still not, you know, the best close ever. You know, we also would like preferably to close above 61.4 or something like that. But you know, I think that's kind of pushing it towards the upside, because that means that today we need to do, what kind of move do we have to do from the open to the top? That's like 6%. But from the bottom right now we have to recover like these 2% that we are down, plus 6%, also 8.35% from down towards the upside. Now that's a little bit pushing it, so I'm not quite sure we're gonna do that. You know, it's very rare that Bitcoin does 8%. Even this move down here was 4%, 4.7%, but in from the bottom to the top it was 7.56%. This came in the last 4 hours, so it is technically, there is, you know, probability that we're gonna pump some 8%. You know, we could pump some 8% towards the upside. You know, that'd be super bullish, because you're above the, you know, all of the moving averages here on the daily time frame up here, right? And that'd be super nice. But you know, pumping 8%, that kind of bullishness doesn't come that easy. That kind of bullishness doesn't come that easy. So pumping those kind of numbers, it's gonna be a little bit hard. Now if you do that, it's gonna be, you know, smooth sailing from here. But the best I hope for today is like 58.7. It's pretty much doable. It's a couple of percent towards the upside. So, you know, tides need to change a little bit, but you know, it's not that hard. We are still above the 10 moving average up here on the weekly. We are still above the support line. The only problem we have with the monthly time frame is that we have the divergence, but divergence are a lagging indicator, and then they do not say that this cannot continue going towards the upside, because they do continue going towards the upside. We'll adjust the divergence and everything will be fine. So divergence is a lagging indicator, so we are not very much into that right now. On the weekly time frame, there is no divergence. Everything is going up as it should be going up towards the upside. We are no overbought levels or anything like that. We are sitting not that nicely above the 10 moving average or all the moving averages. We are pulling a little bit on the downside down here, but we still above the 50 moving average, which will I say is the cutoff between the, you know, bull market up here and the bear market down there. So I said the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame is some kind of cutoff, give or take, right? There was a nice chart from a guy called Crypto Noob. I don't know. I posted on Twitter. If you go to Twitter, let's go to Twitter. If you go to Twitter, I posted on Twitter a chart from this guy. So there is this guy called this guy is Crypto Noob, and he posted a little more speculative chart, and he's showing this you know, these ways where they go to the upside. Now what I'm gonna show you is really interesting. What I'm gonna show you, so this chart is very nice. We can go to Livermore's Jesse charts, whatever it's called, and what you're gonna see here is that's the chart, right? That's the chart where you have these, you know, jump, and then exploding to the upside. Now, this chart is interesting, but what's more interesting is Dow Jones. I'm gonna show you something on Dow Jones, guys. I'm gonna show you something on Dow Jones that might be some kind of hopium. It might be some kind of hopium. I'm gonna show you up here, and I think it's nice. That's happening down here. Where is it? Up, down, yeah, down here. So look at it. I'm gonna split the chart up here in two so you can see this better. I think it's a nice move. I think it's a nice move, and you know, it's definitely something to take into account. Let's see that up here. This should be daily chart up here. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see this somehow. Okay, so what you're gonna see here is that this top up here, although it doesn't look exactly the same, okay, I got like 10 minutes left. This is Dow Jones. This is also this on the weekly chart, but this on daily chart, so it does happen a little bit faster. But you can see here same kind of you know, break on downside, same kind of break on the downside, break on downside, break on downside. Then you got this pump towards the upside, where you failed the pump, and then you then it went down, right? It went down. It went down and big down, okay, down and big down, and then it got to this part up here where you go, and then you got a big, you know, big move towards downside where you got this V-shaped recovery, and you can see V-shaped recovery up here, right? And now that's climbing towards the upside. You can see exactly the same pattern up here and same pattern up here. So it has a V-shape, a big move towards downside and blast towards the upside, big move towards downside and blast towards upside, and then it starts climbing, and look at this guy, look at this over pattern over here. Look how nicely this corresponds with this pattern over here. So it goes up, down, up, right? Up, down, up, exactly the same, right? And what happens after that? We drop straight down. You can see here, straight drop down. Now this pattern over here is not exactly the same. It goes in two shapes, but you know, it is some kind of bottom down here. And what happens after that? It's we continue towards the upside. We continue towards the upside after this move down here. And what happens there? We go towards the upside, and you can see here we get some kind of top here again, 1, 2, 3 times. 1 2 I don't know 2 3 1 2 times. It's not exactly the same kind of top, but what happens after this top, we drop straight to the downside. You can see here we went down straight to the downside. Now we're going to this consolidation period. That might be something like this. So what so if this is any kind of predictor for what's gonna happen, it just might happen something like this. We get some big move towards the upside, then consolidation up here, big move towards the upside, consolidation, then we again get one of these smaller moves to upside down, small moves, another one of these, you know, two small jumps towards the upside. So this is definitely playing out previously up here. If this is any kind of patterns do repeat each other, and this is definitely something to take into account, because what you're also going to notice here, although we are already getting almost above the moving top side here, you can see that this pattern didn't play out for another two jumps. So we didn't get above the all-time high up here. First we did 1 2, and then we did 3 and 4, right? But we here 1 2, so we have 3 and 4, right? We need two more jumps before we get this move towards the upside. Now what happened after this move towards the upside, you can see exploded towards the upside, and this the rest is history, as they say, right? Now it's pumping. Yeah, we know it's pumping because the chart is telling the tale. Everybody saw the chart right now. So it's pumping. So if this is any kind of tail, maybe we're gonna get this this kind of rising wedge up here. And I think this is some kind of rising wedge up here. Let's see up here. So this could be characterized as some kind of rising wedge. And what do we know about rising wedges, guys? What we know about rising wedges is when the rising wedges break to the upside, you get parabolic moves. And over here, that's some kind of parabolic move. I don't know if that's parabolic move, but it definitely increases in speed towards the upside up here, give or take. It went a little bit down, and then just blew off totally towards the upside right now, right? And the same thing we can expect over here on our chart up here. Let's just remove this. The same thing we can expect here if we do get the two more moves towards the upside. We can expect this to be some kind of maybe rising wedge up here at the end of it, right? Not this chart. We can expect some kind of rising wedge up here, right, to happen. And what we're gonna happen is right now that we are at some kind of bottom, we're gonna explode towards upside, maybe another move towards downside, something like this, right? Yeah, give or take. And then we're gonna break to break the maybe do another one of these moves, and then eventually we break this towards the upside, break the rising wedge to the upside, and just explode to some kind of 1.4 million or something like that, right? So that's the plan, guys. That's the plan. 1.4 million. Luna keeps going. So people are yelling in chat that Bitcoin pumps. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's clean up everything up here on the chart. Let's go to a big chart up here, clean up this chart, and go to the see what's happening in Bitcoin right now, because everybody's yelling, and yeah, it is nice pump. This 4-hourly pump, we closed down there, so it's 4-hour pump. 1 hour is closing in 11 minutes. So let's see how this is actually going to play out. We got some support down here at 200 moving average. The pump is nice, but it just pumped between the moving averages. We are not actually breaking anything. Not only that, we are not even breaking this up here. Actually, we are breaking that, so that's nice. But if you close below 56.9 or something like that, it's gonna be uneventful pump. So pump. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You got some kind of support levels down here. This is a moving average. This is a horizontal support. This is a trend line, and the price goes into the support, right? And up here you got a lot of resistance, but between here it's empty space. So when price goes down, gets support and pumps towards the upside 20%, it literally means nothing. It means zero, because it did not break any important resistance. Okay, it's only when you break certain resistances and close above those resistances that we get excited. But the moves between resistance and support in the empty space means nothing. So oftentimes you'll see these small coins pump like 30% up, 30% down, because there is literally empty space. Nobody's trading, and people are trading very big resistance and support levels. So when price is moving between those resistance and support levels, it doesn't matter that much. What happened over here what happened over here is that we are right now technically trying to break this 10 moving average, trying to break this level down here as support. We did hit, but this move is not very optimistic right now. But you know, if we can manage to close above this level up here, maybe above the 10 moving average, up here, you know, maybe even up here above the 20 moving average on 1 hourly, that's a little bit more optimistic because you're breaking something. You always have to be, you know, if you. That's why we use VPVR. no, we don't use it. Yeah, but use VPVR to find where the trading is. But it's quite bad. It's quite bad. We already know where the support and resistance lines are. You know, and it depends also on how much you zoom in and zoom out to see the VPVR. VPVR is a terrible indicator. It's you know, VPVR is for people that do not know how to do tech analysis. So you know, they do VPVR. So you know. You see, we are already, you know, retracing back. It was a nice pump, but you can see here we are going back below the support again, and we are below the support. We just got rejected by literally everything right now. And there's still 9 minutes left. I mean, there is still hopium. There is still 9 minutes left, but you know, there is still hopium. It was a nice pump, but if you go back down here, like, come on. On the 5-minute chart, we did break the trend. I did make the trend up here previously. I'm gonna show you the trend. Where is the trend up here? I think it's something like this, yeah. So that's why we pumped a big time up here, because we broke the trend. But this trend on the 5-minute chart, it is some kind of first indication that we are, you know, going towards the upside. We might fall back down to the trend again. How this is actually gonna play out? But small time frames are trying to, you know, go towards the upside. Let's see, do we have any kind of divergence up here on the 1 hourly? Nothing. On the 4 hourly, we got nothing. Everything is placed actually as nice. So there is no divergence. Let's see daily time frame up here. Daily actually has on the day. I didn't see actually this, guys. I didn't take. So on the daily, we still have hidden bearish divergence. So up here we had hidden bearish divergence, pushed us down. Right now we still have hidden bearish divergence. Now this divergence, of course, is you know, divergence are lag indicators, so this doesn't mean that it's gonna play out, but you know, we are already getting pushed down, so you know, we can definitely continue, you know, close down here. You know, by the time it's actually confirmed, it's done. On the downside, there is no divergence. Up here there was divergence up here. There was divergence up here, and then it went up. So you know, on the upside we create, you know, hidden bearish divergence. We went down. Now there is no divergence on the downside up here. Now there is still, you know, hidden bearish divergence on the upside. So right now what I think is gonna happen, we might go a little bit down up here, create no divergence on the bottom side down here, and then go maybe up here, and then create no divergence on the upside maybe right now, and then you know, the price might you know. But right now this part over here, after any kind of impulsive move like this one to the downside, big impulsive move to the downside, we are creating divergences, and you know, the price and the RSI needs to correct with each other before it actually can, you know, do something meaningful. But right now going a little bit towards the downside. Not very excited about the pump. It was a nice pump on a 5-minute chart, but you know, it's already retracing back a little bit. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out into the big time frames right now. 10-minute chart, 6 minutes. I got like 2 more minutes. I gotta go, guys. 2 more minutes. I gotta go. Let's see down here. So what am I gonna leave it with for today? You know, let's see here. Shiba is doing nicely, 7% up. If you go, I actually yesterday we had a live stream, 2.5 hour live stream. I bought Shiba actually down here on the live stream, which is nice, But what I also did, you know, 10x leverage on Mana yesterday. 10x mana on yesterday leverage, and you can see here I went long. Let's go to 1 hourly time from something like that. I went long up here. And High Card Jesus went short up there. So High Card Jesus, if you're in the chat, congrats man, you win, because I got liquidated on the downside. But you know, it's a throwaway money, you know. Leverage should be played with you know, throwaway money, especially, you know, 10x and stuff like that, you know. It's always fun to do these kind of trades, no problem whatsoever. But most important thing right now is, of course, what's happening in Bitcoin. This is a daily time frame. it would be nice. We can see it would be nice to get above also 57.12 or something like that, to be bullish a little bit more. Still, you can see here we did pick up above the 10 moving average right now, and that this is what we are trying to do on the daily time frame up here. This is the 10 moving average. We closed above the 10 moving average. We held above the 10 moving average, and we're right now trying to, you know, hold above the 10 moving average for the daily life. And the best case scenario, we said best case scenario because today is the weekly close. This is on Coinbase 58.8. This is the best case scenario, so we need to pump up here above these levels. Best case scenario, I would say above 58.9, and you know, maybe some kind of 60 levels up here above the, you know, 20 moving average. So you know, it all depends. This is like 1.6% pump, this is 2% pump, and then to 20 moving average is around 3% pump. So it's definitely doable. It's still early in the day. We still got like something like 15 hours left. I told you my trades, if you do the opposite you will be rich. We never reached Daddy Boy to make another large market order. Okay guys, I'm sorry that I did that mana trade too, got stopped out. Should have gone for the surf. It happens. I told you guys, leverage, you know, when I do leverage trades, you know, it really doesn't bother me if I get stopped out because it's such a small amount. You know, not stopped out if I got, you know, liquidated, because, you know, you gotta have some kind of downside, you know, and I know that mana is a very, very volatile, so it goes up and down like crazy, so you will definitely get, you know, liquidated if it goes against you. Bitcoin is, you know, you can do Bitcoin 10x, you know, and it needs to fall pretty drastically to, you know, 10% towards downside to get liquidated. But on mana it happens really, really fast, like you saw yesterday. Did you drink 2.2 beer? No, unfortunately I didn't. Anyways guys, I gotta go. I'm very sorry about that. Thanks for that. No time to chat for right now. I gotta go. Wife is leaving. I gotta take care of the kids and stuff like that. You know, life is in the way of my live stream. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Right now for the day, I'm neither optimistic nor pessimistic right now. We are still in some kind of trading zone right now. We can fall down. We can go up. Like it's really, you know, give or take what's gonna happen. Especially considering the markets are going down. So I think there is a little bit more chance to downside than upside. But I would love it if we could just, like, for some reason just pump above, you know, 58.8 tonight. Like that would be like the, you know, like the early Christmas present right now. If we pump above 58.8 in a day or something like that, I think that's an early Christmas present. Anyways guys, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by.